In order to develop a skill set, you have to fail. So many times in life, we see the finished product and we brag and we support the finished product, but we don't see the small steps. We don't see the failure, all those things that took place in order for that individual to become successful. Think about it. When you see a great basketball player, you see Steph Curry, and you see all the three-pointers that he makes. He's made the most three-pointers all time. But you never look at all the shots he missed in practice. You never see all the game-winning shots he missed before he even made it to the NBA. You don't see the other player that killed him in a basketball game. You don't see that. You don't see that other player that destroyed him on the basketball court. You never see it. We see Michael Jordan make game-winning shots. And we're like, man, this dude is the greatest. But we never speak on all the shots he missed in games. We never talk about the game-winning shots he missed. We only talk about what he made. But the average person you see in life, guess what happens? They never even go after their dreams. If they fail one time, they quit. One time, they give up. But all the successful people you've ever met in your life, they're only successful because they failed more times than you. Anyone that's successful, that's the only difference. They failed more times than you. Because when you fail once or twice, you decide you're never going to try again. But that other person that's successful, they failed and failed and failed and failed and failed. Guess what they did? They kept trying and trying and trying and trying and trying nonstop. You was the one that couldn't take the pressure. That was you. And so many people want to become successful in life, and it's like, if you want to be so successful, why are you quitting? I went to a practice. I watched my niece practice in basketball. And it's a saying I always say to her. I say, if you practice hard, the game will be easy. If you practice easy, the game will be hard. I always tell her that. Because when you see a person in the game and they play well, it's usually because they did all their mess ups in practice. But when you find someone that's struggling in the game, usually it's because they never struggled. The practice was too easy. In your life, you're going to face so many different type of struggles, and you're going to fail so many times. And what usually happens is you should start to become better and better and better at whatever it is you do. If you're determined, if you're focused, if you're okay with failing, because there's no one that's great that hasn't failed. And you might tell me, some people might say, well, I can speak on some people that have a perfect record in sports. Then my question be, well, what's their record in life? What's their record before they became a pro? They failed. They have failed. And you don't even know what's their record in their sparring sessions. Or what's their record in their practices. They failed. Your life, if you want to be special, you want to be great, you will fail. But what's next? What's next after the failure? Because when you look at anyone in life, when you see the great people, they're never determined by their failures. They're determined by their success. A player can play 20 years in the NBA, win one championship. You never talk about the 19 years they failed. You talk about the one time they won. You never talk about the 19 times they failed. You talk about the one time they won. But in your life, you can win one time, but you allow people to define you by your failures. You allow people to determine you by your losses. But that's how I understand if a person is going to be great in life, if they're a winner or they have a losing mentality. Because if you have a winning mentality, you don't focus on the losses, you focus on the wins. When you lose, you go back to the drawing board and figure out, what do I need to do to become a winner? I saw a young man in sports, and every time he messed up, he put his head down. And I had to tell him, pick your head up. Because you're allowing other people to determine you by your failures. Your failures will never determine you unless you allow it to. If you don't choose to allow it to determine you, it won't determine you. What are your goals? What are your dreams? What are your visions? Why are you so worried about the views you get if you post a video? Why are you so focused on how many likes you receive? Just keep trying. Keep focusing. Keep grinding. You can have someone that's been married 3 times, right? Got a divorce twice, but finally got it right. And people will define that person off the divorces. But then you can know another person that's never been married before. And you will say, well, I support them because they never got a divorce. Yeah, but they never married. So you can't fail because you never even tried. That's like a player in the basketball game, the game online. They pass you the ball with 3 seconds left. You pump fake, you dribble, and the clock go to 0, your team lose. And you say, but I didn't miss a shot though. Yeah, but your situation worse because you didn't even try. You didn't even try. At least try and fail. At least if you try and fail, you're able to look in the mirror and say, hey, I gave it my all. Now I can study to become better. When you don't even try, you don't even have anything to base your loss on. You just lost because you didn't even try. See, most people are so focused on the finished product. On the finished product that they can never go back to that individual, that person, to ask the questions of, what did it take for you to get where you are now? What obstacle did you have to go through in order for you to become great? Because everyone that's great has faced an obstacle. I don't care what you think. They all have. The entire purpose of this video is to get so many people that's struggling in life, that feel like they don't have anything to live for, to understand that going through that process, if you don't give up, can allow you to become a great man or a great woman. Don't give up. Don't quit. Keep fighting. And if you keep fighting, you keep grinding, you keep hustling, you keep working, at some point in time, you will win. But learn from the failures. Learn from the mistakes. And everything gonna be all right. My name is Sidney Combs, and I'm a young entrepreneur from Shreveport, Louisiana with $1 and a dream. I appreciate everyone for giving me the opportunity. Thank you. I'm out.